Greetings, fellow amateur Imagineers. Blue Dragon 5 here, hosting a in celebration of the company turning 30 and, of course, the return of Kung Fu Panda. Tonight's Spielberg-approved topics: most awesome Kung Fu Panda fight, which DreamWorks series or film should get a theme park land next, most cringy moment in a DreamWorks movie. So without further delay, saddle up your dragons and wave hi to Man and Moon as they deliver us to the Jade Palace, aka the arena. In this corner, he studied the art of fandom with a panda and is a verified shark slayer who hates circus folk, apparently. It's Pergron!
Good evening. Thanks for having me.
And in the opposing corner, a swashbuckler who discovered inner peace on the seven seas, and from time to time has been mistaken for a god. It's Mutale Munashiko! Well, he's over there. Also, joining me on the tribunal of judges, it's Tiki and Jacob Weil.
Hello, everybody.
Hey there.
Right. How we doing?
I mean, DreamWorks is not in a great state this month between Kung Fu Panda 4 not being great and then Megamind 2 being a thing.
Actually, I thought Kung Fu Panda 4 was good.
I mean, that's fair, but it's not the popular opinion. Anyways.
Yep. Tally's gone.
Well, this is off to a great start. Pergron, how are you doing tonight?
I guess I just won, so I'm very excited. Thanks.
Oh, God.
Victory by forfeit.
Well, not enough.
Dragon, if by chance
disappearance,
I can step in for Mutale if you need me to.
He's back.
Okay.
I was gonna say,
I'm just saying.
It's nice to see a dance on his ashes, though, Tiki. So that's great.
Look, I just don't want the show to have a delay. All right.
Mutale, you here?
Can you guys
Are
hear
you
me?
alive, Mutale?
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. My Wi-Fi just cut up briefly.
Okay.
All right.
We're going to just skip the pleasantries. I'm just going to move into the rules here. So,
Okay.
get a little refresher on the rules. We've got three main rounds. Of course, the way these rounds work, we're going to reveal our picks. Then you can give a brief opening statement. And then it's going to be a fiery fight to the finish. Emphasis on the fight. We got to get aggressive. We got to get in there. We got to strike our points, you know? Okay. Now, while you're fighting, you're probably just going to want to go until you knock the other guy's head clean off with words, but you're going to have to stop that when you hear this sound. It's our trusty companion R2-D2. When he speaks, everybody, shut up! We don't want to hear anymore. It's going to be time for the judges to deliberate. See us over here waving at you? We're going to deliberate and decide who made the most compelling argument. They're going to get a vote, and whoever gets the most votes gets the point for the round. At the end of 3 rounds, you're going to be tired. You're going to be exhausted. You're going to be wondering, why did I agree to this? And we're going to reward you for your sacrifice of most likely 2 hours tonight. We're going to give you the Katzenberg coin because we like you, we love you, we appreciate you. Katzenberg coins, an optional coin. You don't have to flip it if you don't want to. Maybe you're a chicken. I don't know. That's your lot in life. Maybe you're a gambling man. Maybe you're not. So yeah, if basically
I
it's
just want to
optional.
see an actual quarter with Jeffrey Katzenberg's face on it, dude. Someone needs to Photoshop that.
I think he's probably tried that in his tenure. There's a studio store you can bet the currency or the gift cards will have Katzenberg's face on it. Imagine the American Express card with Jeffrey Katzenberg on it.
There we go.
So, anyway, with the Katzenberg coin with a K, heads, you could get a point. Tails, guess what? You lose a point. That's the risk you run with the coin. But again, you don't have to flip that one. Now, hidden in one of our illustrious rounds is the almighty DreamWorks dollar.
Oh, boy.
Now, of course, the way the almighty DreamWorks dollar works.
Almighty is part of the name, by the way.
Absolutely. This coin will be awarded to the winner of the round it is found in.
I assume it's a silver dollar, like it's still a coin. It's not a dollar bill.
No, it's definitely a dollar bill.
God. All right. Well, flipping that might be tricky, but I digress.
Yes, Tiki, there are dollars in the form of coins. They are both. They can be either gold or they can be silver. Traditionally silver.
All right.
Okay.
Remember the Sacagawea gold dollars?
That's what I mean. It could be one of those.
Hey, anyways.
Only with a kid sitting on a moon in there instead of Sacagawea.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
there you go. I love all this DreamWorks like promotional branding that we're coming up with tonight.
There you go. I mean, someone's got to do it. They're not. Anyway, so again, this will be offered to the winner of the round is found in, and let's just say if you decide not to flip it, you're out of luck. It's going to be flipped. Maybe not by you, but it's going to be flipped. So that means if you say no, your opponent will have to flip it. So that's this coin. I mean, no more playing around with the optional business. It's going to get flipped.
All right.
Anyway, so there's also just a little proviso here, just a little fine print. You don't have to really read through a lot of it here, but there, I should mention, there's a penalty word. Way the penalty word works could be a name, could be a place, could be a phrase, could be this could be nothing could blow over like a storm. You don't know. This could be a cloudless sky. You know.
And for all you know, he's already said it.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know. Only really Jacob knows what a hypothetical word would be. We don't know.
Yeah.
Tiki doesn't know.
I have no idea.
Exactly, he doesn't know. See, only Jacob really knows.
God.
But
anyway,
and that means I'll be keeping a careful ear out for these words.
Yeah, we'll go to him like the weatherman. So, because only Jacob Weil knows truly when the storm is coming.
And I will be here to dish out the punishment as well.
He's Bill Murray with an axe to grind, kids.
Oh man,
it's a weatherman with an edge. He'll drive careening off a cliff with a groundhog. You don't know. Anyway, so the point being, if a word were hypothetically said, nothing good's going to happen. Just put your head between your knees and kiss things goodbye. It's not going to go well for you. Just something horrible is going to happen to you. It's been nice knowing you. I pray for your loved ones. You know, it was times here, but just trust me, something bad's going to happen to you. And my condolences should that befall you. But you know that's.
I mean, you losing your life is just like it's out of the question. It will happen. It's just the question is how traumatic is it going to be for your loved ones?
I mean, exactly. I mean, the moment your fate is in the hands of Jacob Weil. Let's be honest. I mean, he'll be the arbiter of your fate. Now, also, I should let you know now. After I've said this, the word would be in effect. So, if the word is said from this point forward by one of you two chuckleheads, it's you know. The axe is going to fall. You know, the chickens will lose their heads.
And not even between rounds is safe.
Yeah, so you're now on notice.
You know, all this sounds great, but I'm gonna go because I like being alive. Thank you.
We all like.
I mean, it's like it's death in quotes. You don't know.
No, this is straight Hunger Game shit.
Yeah, that's why I'm not facing off. What happened to Rohit last time?
Oh God.
I mean, you know, Jacob's brother used to be a whole brother. Now he's a half brother. So you know.
Oh no!
Oh.
Anyway, So anyway, after the main round, we enter the speed round, in which we have audience questions on the table. So again, dear audience members, the speed round is going to be a time limit imposed, but also we will be taking audience questions. So audience members, if you want to pose us some DreamWorks related questions, we will be inclined to use them. And best part, here's the kicker: you guys get to judge who made the better argument, ergo, who gets the point.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, look
Okay.
forward to that, dear viewer. Yeah, see their fates. I mean, the word notwithstanding, their fate could lie in your hand. You know.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So goal of the game is first to 5 points wins. Gentlemen, do you understand these rules as I have explained them to you both here this fine moonlit evening?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. Good. Okay. Cue the randomizer.
Okay.
I'm gonna see who's gonna go first and second this whole little during the main round. It looks like it's Mutale going first, followed by Pergron.
Ooh.
Okay.
Down Pergron. All right.
Okay.
I want to shout out a couple comments here really quick before we
Sure.
get started. We have Little Blue saying, what a coincidence. I had 2 review videos on my channel reviewing DreamWorks animated films out earlier today and tonight. So go check those out, folks, on Little Blue's channel. Just a free little plug from me. Little Blue's also pointing out, as of today, it was announced that the Isle of Berk will be making its way to Epic Universe. Yes, and I gotta say, that announcement video has me pretty hyped. Looks pretty damn cool. All right. Anyways, we have Smurfy's Law. Again, I love that username. Just saying, yo, yo, yo. How you doing, man? Happy to have you. And Kogios, once again, vouching for Megamind 2. Saying, I haven't seen Kung Fu Panda 4 because it looked mid. However, I think that Megamind 2 is a perfectly fine film that has gotten unwarranted hate for not having the same voice cast and budget. I don't want to go into
that
it.
is warranted.
I don't want to go into it.
I think
really
that is
don't.
warranted because the cast isn't coming back.
I don't think the cast is necessarily the issue. I think the issue is that it was just
literally
off
literally everything else.
I want to see Code Geass pose a bonus round question and force me to defend Megamind 2.
Oh my god. Also, yeah, the Bad Guys 2 was recently announced. I do very much hope the cast actually returns for that, considering they didn't return.
Yeah, they
for the
they are returning for that. It's coming out next
awesome.
year.
Awesome. Sam Rockwell and Mark Maron had just impeccable chemistry in that.
The real question is, are they coming back because that was the plan or because of the Megamind 2 backlash?
Ooh,
That's the real question.
Now, considering it's only a year away, I'm assuming it was before the backlash.
Yeah. All right. Let's get started, guys.
All right.
Round 1.
You still haven't seen The Bad Guys, Kogios? Oh, man. It's one of my favorite DreamWorks movies to come out recently, at least. Anyways, I'm sorry. Go ahead, guys. Sorry.
What
Who's going again?
was
Okay.
what was the most awesome fight in the original Kung Fu Panda trilogy? Mutale, what was your answer?
Okay, so 1 second. Okay, so my answer was the final fight between Kai and Po in the Spirit Realm, and the reason because of this is
No reason.
Da, 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 da.
Just give us the name.
That's your answer, and then we'll go back to you once
We'll
Pergron
go.
gives his answer, so you can give the opening statement.
Okay, so the Kung Fu Panda.
Sorry, say it again?
Okay.
Yeah,
You say your answer first, Mutale, then Pergron says his answer, and then once Pergron says
okay, sorry.
we'll go back to you for
Right,
opening
okay.
statement.
Oh, okay.
All right. Pergron.
I went with the opening sequence of Kung Fu Panda, the original 2008 one, where it's all 2D animated and he's fighting alongside the Furious Five.
All right. All right. Okay. Now, Mutale, now give us a brief opening statement as to why and all the good stuff about your pick. So, go ahead.
Okay, so the reason why I picked this fight is because with that fight, it's I feel it's a beautiful culmination of Poe's character from the first film, where he was this young student to Master Shifu, to in the third film, he's now this disciplined kung fu master who's able to channel his chi to form this um, big dragon body, and is able to effortlessly take on Kai, who throughout the film is able to absorb the chi from Shifu, the Furious Five, Oogway, and how Poe is able to easily destroy Kai's green blade, and finally being able to defeat him through giving the chi that Kai was actually searching for throughout the film. And because of Kai's obsession with getting more chi and getting power, it ends up being his undoing, and he gets destroyed. And what I also really love about this fight is, as I brought up, is it's in the spirit realm. And with the other films, we've never had a fight in the spirit realm, and with that being taken there, that's why it's made it even more special. That fight was even more special to me.
Okay. Pergron.
All right. Well, when I went to see the original Kung Fu Panda for the first time, I expected nothing out of it. Like, I was 9 years old. I'm like, this is going to be whatever. I didn't find it that interesting. But my Boy Scout troop went to see it, so we all went to see it together. And despite the advertisement being just a silly comedy, when I saw the opening montage, or like the opening sequence where it's all 2D animated, and you see Poe eating dumplings, and all of a sudden, in come the bad guys, and he goes like the old samurai movies. He just stands up and he takes them all out, and then he's joined by like these other characters. I think this sets up the franchise perfectly, showing like this is the style of action that can be done. Plus, I think the 2D visuals top anything done in the 3D. I think the action is so smooth. I honestly wish that this sequence was how they had done the entire franchise. But yeah, I think this is the best fight in the franchise.
Speaking of fight, it's time for you two to mix it up. Go on. Fight it out.
All right. Well,
So,
I think the big issue with the Kai fight is it kind of doesn't have like what it needed to have, like with the other two end of battle fights. If I were to pick the best fight in Kung Fu Panda, besides the one I picked, I would pick Tai Lung versus Poe, or Lord Shen versus Poe. Way over, I picked Kai versus Poe. This
uh,
fight is way more focused on Poe and the dragon form, and yeah, it's fine to be like the culmination of everything he does in that one movie. But as a fight, the dragon is fine, I guess. It's not like that. It's cool because it's a dragon, but like you're not seeing Poe do any of the fighting as much as you do in all of these other in all these other fights. In the opening sequence, you see Poe kicking ass. He is going around and he is doing exactly what he wants to do. Now I'm going to get ahead of your argument, and feel free to just like box me out, by the way. But
okay.
I'm gonna get ahead of the argument. It is a dream sequence. That does not take away from the fact that it is an awesome fight scene that sets up Poe's motivation, sets up Poe's dreams and goals that he will eventually achieve by the end of the movie. And I don't think that invalidates the fight. I'm just gonna get ahead of that one before you get a chance to say it.
Okay. Okay, yeah, thank you. Well, glad you brought up the dream sequence. And yes, the visuals are really good. And yeah, the visuals are really good, but I don't think them being good means that because it's so good in 2D means the other fights in 3D aren't as good. And the reason why that, and part of it is that because and when you said with the other fights it's not Poe doing the fight, but in the fight he has with Kai, he is doing the fight. He's the one that's summoning the dragon. And I think that it because that's what this because it's different from the other two. It's not just trying to do the same thing. Because with Kai being a very different villain from Tai Long and Shen, with him wanting the chi, that's what makes it different. Is he has the dragon form. It's a different fight because Kai throughout the film has been this very challenging opponent that the Furious Five, even Shifu and Po, are able to take on. And it's important for Po that being the Dragon Warrior, he's in tune with his chi and is able to effortlessly take on Kai. And when he gives Kai what he wants, he realizes it's undoing, and that's how Kai gets defeated. Whereas, yeah,
Right,
because
but if
it being a dream sequence, yeah.
Yeah, if I'm gonna just say it here. The topic is the most awesome fight, not the one that makes the most sense, right? I just don't think it's that awesome. I think seeing Poe doing actual kung fu is so much cooler than seeing a spirit dragon. Does it make sense for the movie? Sure. You're not gonna see me arguing that this isn't a fine end of the movie. But there's just so many fights that are better solely because they actually put Poe in the action. It's kind of like if I'm going to go watch a movie, I'd much rather watch a sword fight than a gun fight. It's more personal, it's more awesome, it's more exciting to see these characters moving around and actually hitting each other and swinging and throwing punches. And if we're going off the most awesome fight, I think it's the one with the visual aesthetics of the 2D. And I also think it's the one where you actually see Poe doing some ass kicking instead of relying on a spirit dragon to do it all.
Well, how is it not awesome? How is him not summoning a dragon not awesome though?
It's not as awesome as seeing Poe going around kicking ass.
But he's kicking ass with the dragon form, and that is actually kind of cool. Like him just flying around, and even when he has Kai chained up and he's knocking him against the pillars, how is that not awesome to see?
I equate it to I'd rather see him flying around actually kicking ass himself rather than using some sort of spirit vessel to do it. It's Kung Fu Panda, right? And if you watch The Karate Kid, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, all these awesome martial arts movies, it's so much cooler to see these characters doing these fights because that's what martial arts is. Martial arts is a very physical thing. And sure, it has a spiritual component to that. And I think in animation, you get to visualize that absolutely. But the coolness, the awesomeness that comes out of martial arts is doing the martial arts. I think seeing that samurai, that Ronin style that comes out of this animated 2D animated film. I also just think the aesthetics of 2D animation, especially with kind of this older Chinese style art that's kind of reminiscent of the older Chinese art from the ancient times, really lends itself to a really awesome looking sequence.
Okay. Well, yeah, you brought up with I think you said Crouching Tiger, Karate Kid. Yeah, there is a martial art. Yeah, there is obviously a martial art to them, but those are also more grounded. With Kung Fu Panda, there's always been that mystical element to it, and to me, even yeah, the martial arts is cool, but to me, with any fight, so long as it's cool, it doesn't really matter whether it's because whether it's a gunfight or sword fight, any character's kicking ass. And to me, with that fight, it is just really cool because because with the first and second film we have the kung fu fights, and then which we've done already, and with the third film it kind of mixes up. Okay, now we're gonna go to the spirit realm. We have that very different kind of fight, which makes it unique and it stands out. And it couldn't just be another kung fu fight, which would be very difficult to top already with how the other fights are done. So okay, let's do it in the spirit realm, and that's already makes it stand out. And it's also nice to just see Poe where he's ends up in that movie, and that's why I'd say it's awesome. Because yes, I agree that the 2D the visuals in that opening scene in the first film are great, but the 3D is still also good. 3D also can be good. I'm not someone who's always first 2D over 3D. I think they both can be good, just as long as they're executed well.
Yeah, and the 3D isn't executed poorly. I just think visually, aesthetically, the visual style that they go for. But even beyond the artistic style that they're going for, there's just something about tying in this I get that the mysticism part of it is kind of cool. But I always found that it's coolest in the moments where it is using you're using it to discover your inner peace, right? Like, I think that's the best part of Kung Fu Panda 2. He doesn't rely on the mysticism to win the fight for him. He relies on the mysticism to help him achieve inner peace so that he can win the fight. And if you're going to go with these like fight scenes, using the mysticism in that way, I think, is so much cooler because you get to include it without relying on, oh, big light dragon that's now going to go like beat up this big guy carrying a jade swinging sword thing. And I find that like sometimes going bigger isn't better too. Like, this is, yeah, it's in the spirit world and that's kind of neat to see. But they go so big with it that it goes really short. You have the whole thing with the other pandas having to channel their chi into getting Po like to help and whatever and be able to summon the dragon. So he's not even really doing it on his own. And if we're going off
the reason. Well, the thing is, the only reason the panda didn't do that is because that. Oh,
done. Okay. All right, Tiki, where are you coming down on this?
Yeah, I first of all, I think it's a really interesting point to make that we have literally one of the first action sequences and one of the last action sequences, like the sequence that kind of set the tone, and then the sequence that kind of like wove everything together. Having said that, I do think it was close, but honestly, I think Mutale, just based on the actual wording of the arguments and how he did use the wording of the most awesome. I did like how Mutale was basically like, "Hey, it's a giant fucking dragon. Like how is that not awesome?" Like, to me, that was a really good argument. The way that Mutale just kind of like used the language of the actual question to his advantage. So I'm actually going to give my point to Mutale, but it was close.
Okay, so I think Mutale I think his opening was very strong. And I concur with Tiki about the whole, like, what is awesome point. Like, how is that not awesome? Explain to me how that isn't awesome.
I thought that was a killer argument, man, right off the bat.
It was really good. I do think Pergron had a really good line with the whole sword fight versus a gunfight thing.
Mm.
I think his points were very solid. I think they're very grounded. About like in defense of the 2D sequence. However, I do feel it's interesting. I think there was a moment in both arguments where Pergron faltered briefly, and then so did Mutale. Where Pergron was kind of going back. He was doubling back on his points of like, it's 2D, not 3D, and it's basically on the whole dreamlike thing.
Right.
I don't know. Here's the thing. I think Mutale almost had it for me, but I think I think Pergron kind of regained his footing towards the end. I think Pergron was kind of climbing back up the mountain again. I think he kind of had him with the whole, like, and the pandas really kind of helped summon the dragon and everything. So I'm going Pergron.
I mean, fair enough. Jacob?
Right. Jacob.
I'm honestly gonna go with
that again.
I'm gonna go with Mutale.
Hello?
All right.
We can hear you. Mutale, you there?
Okay. Sorry about that.
Did you?
Well,
hear
you won,
anything?
Mutale.
Cool.
All right. I hope your technical issues do not persist into the next round.
Yeah, I hope not.
All right.
So, Dragon, was there a coin?
Well, let's find out. I've been feeling something at the bottom of my shoe here. Just hold on. I think I stepped in like gum or something. Oh wow! Look at this. There's a coin attached to the gum, as well as the celebrity likenesses in a pair of ants. Look at this. This is insane, guys. Let me just peel that off there and just let me see. It's a coin, but it's not the one we're looking for, I'm afraid. Let me just flick that. Like, oh no, I think I just killed Woody Allen. Oh god.
Oh my god. Oh, boo-hoo. Whatever
no.
will we do as a culture without Woody Allen?
Hey, I left it ambiguous. You went for the dagger on that one. Anyway, sorry, no coin. Just ants hurtling to their doom.
All right.
Jacob,
Yes.
was the word said?
I'm glad you asked, Dragon. And I can safely say, without a doubt, checking back, and the answer is no.
Okay. Looks like you boys are safe this round. Isn't that nice? Feeling safe. Okay.
That's ominous.
Enjoy that feeling. Mutale cannot enjoy that feeling because he's not really here right now.
He's gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like snap of a finger and he's gone. We hardly knew him. It's just
He didn't even say the word. He's vanished.
Yeah, just it was the fear it got to him. It just.
Little Blue, yeah, The Last Wish is definitely better than The Bad Guys. Like, I do love The Last Wish. But The Bad Guys is still pretty solid, I gotta say. It really is. Let's see. Kogia says the only memorable fight in the Kung Fu Panda trilogy is the end fight between Poe and Ian McShane in the first film.
Okay, for Tai Long, not Ian McShane, but yes.
No.
I mean, he is Ian McShane. I'm just saying, like,
Dragon, you don't remember when the cartoon panda just beat up actor Ian McShane?
It was brutal, right? It was it was like that. It looked almost like a deleted scene from John Wick with the brutality.
Yeah, it was the
All right.
post-credit scene. The first.
Dragon.
But seriously though, yeah, that actually would have been my pick, Kogia. So it had if I had to pick one, it would have been that.
That was mine as well.
Yeah, Jake and I are very simpatico on that one. Yes, Tiki.
Okay, I propose, just to give Mutale a chance to come back, do you want to do that exhibition round that I pitched?
You really just want to talk about it, don't you?
I mean, it is very topical, and we are an Imagineering channel. Also, hey there, Laser Dude, happy to have you. He pitched a question.
Hey!
All right. What do you think, Dragon?
Yeah, just remember, I don't think Laser ever respond to my email. Laser, why didn't you respond to my email?
I love how Laser Dude pops up and Dragon has to make it like a business thing. All right. Any thoughts on the wild robot that Chris Sanders is doing? I did not hear that it was Chris Sanders. That's very exciting, obviously. All right. Laser Dude says he did not see your email, Dragon. You two are going to have to sort this out.
You know what?
So what do you think, Dragon? Do this exhibition round and
oh my
give
god, yes,
we'll back?
Yes, we'll do the exhibition. Oh, great. And he would have liked to come on. Great. This is just great, Laser Dude.
Oh, God.
Typical. just typical.
Okay. Oh, dear.
Fine. We'll do the exhibition ballot. Again, folks, this is for no points. We're doing it a lot earlier. Just, yeah.
And also, if Mutale does not come back after this, I will step in for him just to keep the ball rolling here.
Should we invite Laser Dude just to fly blindly
Laser
into
Dude,
it?
if you want to come on, the thing is he'll have to fight with Mutale's answers, and he's totally unfamiliar with them.
We can switch answers, and then I'll fight Mutale's, and he can fight mine.
Oh God! Yeah, as long as they match the thumbnail.
Then we're both as.
So, Pergron, I will even let you choose first. Of the 4 attractions announced for the Isle of Berk at Epic Universe today, which one are you most excited about?
I'm gonna hold on. Let me look them up real quick.
See, this is already a great idea.
I saw the video.
You know what? It's topical. We need to talk about it.
I saw the video, but
honestly, I think all 4 attractions are pretty promising.
Promising, but apparently not memorable.
Oh my God. Pergron, can I just lay them out for you?
Yeah, please do.
Okay, there's the coaster, there's the water battle ride, there's the show, and then there is the coaster show. There's the flat ride where you're flipping.
Okay, I'll take the show.
The show? Okay, damn you. That was going to be my pick, too.
Well, you gave me
you know
first
what?
pick.
I know.
We
I'm
can,
gonna
we
be
can eliminate the show. I'll pick something else.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm going to be unconventional, and I'm going to say the water battle ride, which is, I believe, the training academy.
Mhm.
All right. Little Blue says he would have loved to be involved too. Okay, so let's go with the training academy versus the show. All right. Pergron, go first. 30 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, these I mean, shows are cool, and when you get to include really big puppets, that's even cooler. Like, I think this could be probably one of the coolest shows in Orlando, honestly, with this flying dragon and getting to fight these huge puppets. That's really what I look for in a theme park show. I think How to Train Your Dragon is memorable enough too in the story that you'll be able to include elements of that, and fans will come, and then people who haven't seen it will rock up and be like, hey, this is sick as hell.
By all intents and purposes, it does sound like a cool show, especially because it already exists in Beijing. But that's kind of my point. It already exists. This new ride, it's not only like a brand new experience, it's going to push the bar forward for the splash battle genre of theme park ride, which is a genre that is very interactive. It's basically taking like a shooting gallery plus water cannons, and it's really plussing it. There's a lot more detail in this from the footage we saw than I was expecting.
I mean, Universal already has so many water rides that it's kind of not that exciting to get one that's not going to be as good as Popeye and Bluto's or as the Canadian one that's name slipping my mind. I think the show is just something that's going to be really popular.
How dare you forget Dudley Do-Right, sir? And I have one good argument for you. This is going to be Epic Universe's one and only water ride. Mic drop.
Jacob, do you have thoughts?
Honestly, I don't know. Let's see. I'll go with Tiki on this one.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and the coaster sounds promising too. The exciting thing about the coaster is that it's basically themed to be breaking down as the attraction goes along, which is really cool. The splash battle looks really cool as well, just based on the detail of it. All right. Anyways, I guess I'm going to step in for Mutale here.
Do we want to stall? Yep. What?
How about I step in?
Oh.
Considering my answers are pretty much close to being the same anyway.
No, you can't. Hold everyone. Should I send the link to LaserDo while we have him on the spot?
Okay.
I think we need to I think I at least need to step in for the next question.
All right.
And yeah, Jacob, you're too involved with other stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Jacob can't step in, especially if we go to the speed round.
Okay.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, Tiki, do you want to step in for this round while I reach out to LaserDo?
Yeah, I'm totally fine doing it.
All right, we
can treat it like a tag team.
Fine.
Sure.
All right, now, LaserDo, I want to emphasize the spite on this, okay?
Okay. Are you sure you didn't have his email wrong or something, Dragon? Are you sure you didn't? Anyway.
Really? No faith at all in this one.
All right.
Okay, LaserDo, I've sent the link through your email. Look for it, please. Thank you.
Oh, God.
Okay, because if you don't see it,
we don't even know if he's available, Dragon. So All right.
I'll know if he snubs this time. I'll know if it's a snub then.
Okay, can we move on, please?
Yes. Can you move his box or no?
I can't. I can't actually.
Oh, that's fine. Never mind.
Whatever.
Okay. We'll call this the in memoriam section from Mutale.
All right.
He's gone, but not forgotten.
Actually, I think he left me with a really good. This I can fight very well. This is going to be easy for me.
We've whitewashed Mutale.
This is gonna be the easiest one for one of us to fight for sure.
All right. Okay, Dragon, what is the question?
Question numero dos. Which DreamWorks series / film should get a theme park land next?
All right.
Stunt Mutale.
I'm going with The Road to El Dorado.
All right. Pergron.
I'm going with the greatest film in the catalog, Shark Tale.
Okay. All right, opening statement from me. I think, honestly, The Road to El Dorado just makes a lot of sense for a theme park land. It's not a franchise, but it doesn't need to be a franchise. What it has on its side is nostalgia, and a lot of nostalgia. We're talking this thing for a select demographic of people growing up with it. This is like one of the DreamWorks movies. Not only does it have that nostalgia, but it also has the most important and key thing that you absolutely need in a theme park land, which is a very memorable setting that you want to explore. And, I mean, El Dorado has that in spades. You don't even need to include any of the characters if you don't want to. If you want to just stick with, if you want to go in an entirely different timeline with it, I really think that El Dorado is like almost like a blank canvas for a theme park land. Okay.
Now, if you want to go to, Mesoamerica and visit something we've seen a million times, that's fine. But if you really want to experience something that deserves a land, a world that has been constructed by the fins of the working class, a world that is so brilliantly designed and beautiful and creative that it absolutely needs to be not only a land, but an entire park, if it were to be done real justice. But we're going to do a land here today, and that's Shark Tale. I mean, Shark Tale has perfect. It's ready to be made into a ride or into an entire land. You have all kinds of amazing set pieces. You can have an attraction that goes through the whale car wash. Can you imagine getting into a water ride at Universal that is just blasting you with water the entire time as you're going through and getting whale washed? There's also a restaurant where you can eat shrimp that plead for their life as you are eating them. If that doesn't sound like an amazing place to experience and live in, I don't know what does.
Okay, Mutale is technically back. Dragon, do you want to first of all, let's see. Mutale, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, Mutale, I gave an opening statement for you. My argument was essentially that Road to El Dorado is a big cult hit. It's super nostalgic for people, and also the actual setting of it is like a perfect setting for a theme park land. It's almost like a blank canvas. You can pretty much do anything with it. Dragon, what do you think? Should we have Mutale go in at this point? Should I just finish up this round and then Mutale can come in next round? What do you think?
All right, well, let me try being the moral arbiter of this whole thing. All right, Mutale, I mean, do you have faith in Tiki's abilities just in the opening statement there? Do you want to trust the rest of the round to him? Do you want to try and salvage any potential damage that he's done with the rest of this?
Oh, wow. Oh, he brought up some stuff that I did bring up. But
did you hear any of his argument, or just the recap?
No, I did. I did hear some of the stuff he said. So yeah, I guess I'll trust him.
Okay. And then next round you can jump back in. All right.
Wait, hold on. That's Pergron. Are you comfortable with this? Are you comfortable with Tiki fighting on Mutale's behalf for the rest of this round?
It doesn't matter who picked El Dorado; they're losing. So, yeah.
Okay. Man of confidence. What do you know? Go figure. All right.
So Tiki's fighting this time.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So how is this? How are we going to judge this then?
Well, Mutale, you're going to be interim judge. Wait,
No
wait,
bullshit.
hold on.
Bullshit.
I
Come
just
on.
realized. Hold on. I was like,
I
wait,
just
it's moving the boxes threw me off for a second. All right.
All right, I think we should let the audience have a vote here. All right.
Fine,
all right.
fine.
If we need it, if we need a tiebreaker, you know what, Code Geass, I'm going to give you carte blanche on this. I'm going to reward you for being a very loyal person who's been watching the channel and commenting. Code Geass breaks the tie if we need to break the tie. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. Are we ready?
No, but just do it.
Okay. So yeah. Shark Tale, Pergron, you're making a meme project, dude. You are making a meme project, and that is fine. It's for the laughs, yes, but let's face it, in no reality is Shark Tale actually like a respectable franchise or something that DreamWorks is actually going to invest money into. Like Shark Tale, a Shark Tale land would be like Disney making a Chicken Little land in 2024. It's just not going to happen. The movie might have some nostalgia, it might have some fans, but it's not going to happen. The Road to El Dorado, also unlikely, but at least The Road to El Dorado nowadays is a very respected film, and it's also much less disjointed as an actual IP that you can work with. Like I said, the El Dorado setting is a blank canvas. Not to mention Will Smith post-slap. Will Smith's post-slap. How are you going to defend that? How are you going to defend that? Come on.
Oscar canonically dies in my version. Yeah, he gets eaten by the sharks. Duh. Yeah, they go back on him. It's pretty odd. No, I mean, El Dorado's fine. It's like whatever, but like it's kind of generic, and I feel like being all right. You're gonna do the Mexico Pavilion, but you're gonna paint it gold. What are you gonna do? You gonna do a water boat ride too? Like
hell yeah, I'm doing a water boat ride, and it's going to be an awesome water boat ride. It's going to have the shaman guy with the statue at the end,
right,
and it's going to be killer.
Right, the racist depiction that got canceled on Twitter. you're gonna put that into the theme park in the year of our Lord 2024.
Okay, maybe I won't have the guy. Maybe I'll just have the statue.
I feel like El Dorado is. I mean, one, it's a movie celebrating colonization, and I just feel like that in today's day and age doesn't work. I also feel like it's just generic. It's jungle. It's jungle, and it has a temple. All right, cool. Shark Tale is
it's a city.
Shark Tale gives you
gold.
opportunities
Of gold. I don't. Yes, Mesoamerica is a tried and true thing in the theme park landscape. True, I will agree to that. A city of gold. You can do so much with that. You can do so much with the lighting. You can do so much with the different shades of gold. There's so many different elements to the theme park design that you can do with
shades of gold. How exciting! You want to know what's more exciting than that? Whale wash. Whale wash. That is a perfect raft ride. All right, you can go through. There's water jets. You like your water fighting rides? There you go. You can have water blasts as you are blasting each other's whales and getting them soaking wet. There is a world built into it. There are jellyfish that sing Bob Marley. That can be a like roving animatronic that sings. There are like genuinely fun and interesting things in Shark Tale that while maybe it's not the best movie ever, seeing this in a land would be really interesting and really fun. El Dorado is it's overdone. It's all right, cool. We're going to paint it gold. Where have I seen that before? You know,
I think that the concept of like a city of cartoon characters and sight gags and I feel like that's a little overdone, honestly, and I feel like in modern day theme park design we kind of need to go back to something a little bit more naturalistic. Like I said, I think the Road to El Dorado is a blank canvas, and let me get back to that point because that's almost kind of like the thesis statement for my argument here. I think that the canvas part of it is really intriguing because it's like like I said, you don't even necessarily, like you made the argument about some of the elements of the film being somewhat culturally inappropriate, and that is a fair point, but I feel like what makes El Dorado such an enticing thing is that it doesn't necessarily need to be directly tied to the actual, like you can set it anywhere. You can set it when El Dorado is thriving. You can set it like years in the future, where Miguel and Tulio are kind of like revered icons, but not necessarily involved in the actual land. There's a lot of different creative
I feel like
possibilities that you can
if
go
you
with
did
it.
El Dorado and didn't include Miguel and Tulio, it fails as a land as a whole. You really are relegated to that time period because that's what people love.
I
about
disagree. I really strongly think that it's not. You don't necessarily have to go in that time period. I really think that
without
the
Miguel and Tulio, it just becomes Mesoamerica land, which we've seen in 1,000 theme parks before. I think at least with Shark Tale, it gives you something you haven't seen before. It gives you fun, like sight gags, yes, but it also gives you opportunities for attractions. I know I've hammered down the werewash, and that's probably going to get Dragon mad at me or whatever. But there's other opportunities. There is the race sequence where Oscar is betting on seahorse races. You can do a ride where you're riding a seahorse around a track. There are opportunities where, with the shark fight scene, there are opportunities to utilize that in like a Kuka arm attraction, right? There is food built into it, like restaurants that are built in that can be recreated. There are the sight gags. And with Shark Tale, you don't need Will Smith like you need Tulio and Miguel in El Dorado. You can do that world because the world is fun and it's creative and it's interesting. Where
it's basically lame Zootopia
and lame Zootopia underwater. And Zootopia Land people love, and it's pretty unique. And this is underwater, but cooler. And what is more?
But this isn't going to be unique though, because it's basically taking from Zootopia.
What is more
It's
universal
basically
than
like
copying a land?
It's basically like Universal.
Okay.
Who's gonna win?
That's it. Done.
You didn't want me to make that point because that was the winning point.
Okay, I'm gonna cast the first vote.
Go ahead.
Okay, my vote goes to Mutale stunt double.
Right.
All right, Jacob.
Pergron didn't stand a chance.
You're picking off your picks. You're not picking off the arguments.
You know what, Pergron?
Okay.
I will even vouch for you on that. I feel like I lost that one. Honestly, I feel like as a theme park fan, you had some really good points. So, yeah. Anyways,
I'm going based on the arguments, to be honest.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
As far as I'm concerned, Pergron had it lost pretty much from the very beginning of his argument.
All right, just for the heck of it, Kogias, who do you think won?
All right.
You guys just aren't ready for this.
Juxtaposition 22 is just pointing out those fish are super uncanny valley, which
they're horrifying. It's
horrible. That's kind of the point, yeah.
I was gonna say, can I just say?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, even if you don't have Will Smith, what? Sorry.
Well, I was just gonna say one of the points you said, most of it was I was gonna say. Although, what I was gonna mention is some of the things that happen in El Dorado, like that ball game that Miguel and Tulio play against those Incan warriors. That I always imagine that could be a game that people could sit and watch. And also, I was also going to mention that. Do you remember that "It's Tough to Be a God" song that they did? Yes, I can imagine that as like people in the stadium and doing that musical sequence and enjoying that. I was also going to say
it's a banger soundtrack. I honestly like that soundtrack. I honestly like the soundtrack more than
it is
soundtrack, which I know is a hot take.
Ooh, I don't have that.
I know that's a hot take.
Okay, I was also going to say.
I don't know. Pound for pound.
Okay. I was also going to say
he's got some bangers.
Okay. I was also going to say with the employees working there. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Make your point.
I was also going to say. I was also going to just bring up like the people working there, that they could be in those Aztec clothes, so it can help make that city feel very immersive, like you're in that city from that time. And I also would have so with Pergron's point about El Dorado being about colonization, which I don't think is true at all, because Miguel and Tulio helped save the city from being colonized from Cortez. I wouldn't say it's really about colonization. And also, Tiki,
Shark Tale, they could have just put on fins and just kept their faces, and it would have looked just fit in the universe.
All right. So
I don't know
Ko
about
Geoff did make his vote, and he did vote for Pergron. So yeah, I do think there was some validity in Pergron's argument. Honestly.
People's champion.
Pergron, it's just one vote, though.
I'm the people's champion. Always have been.
Okay, let's move on, guys. Coin, word, what have you? What's up?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna check my trusty Easter gumball machine here. I'm gonna check the little coin slot, see if there's anything in there.
Hold on, while you're checking, can I ask a question?
No.
Okay.
All right, so we're sitting rattling around here. Nothing. Okay, Jacob, was the word said?
Hold on,
No.
before you reveal it, can I? If Tiki had said the word, what would have happened?
You
Would
would have suffered.
Tiki have been punished?
Well, no, Mutale.
Mutale would have been punished.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so was the word said?
No.
All right.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right, that brings us to round number
3.
There we go. What is the most cringe moment in a DreamWorks movie?
In honor of Megamind versus the Dune Syndicate.
Sadly, yes. I'd like to pretend it didn't happen, but
All
it happened. So, in honor of Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate being
And Megamind rules.
and the
yeah,
upcoming
sure.
Megamind rules, but specifically something that we're slapping a label on, calling it in quotes a sequel. Yeah. Anyway, so what is the most cringe moment for a DreamWorks movie? Mutale.
I just want to say both of you guys have really good picks in this one. I'm really looking forward to this fight. All right, Vitaly, go ahead. Sorry.
All right, so I picked Harold's death in Shrek the Third, and the reason I picked this is because
Well, no reason.
it's-
Stop with the reason.
Harold-
No reason.
Okay.
Remember remember answer, then opening statement,
Sorry,
and then
sorry.
fight.
We'll come
Sorry.
back to you.
Sorry.
Eager McBeaver, we'll get back to you.
Pergron.
Da 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 circus. Da, 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 afro.
I just want everyone to strike performance from the record for him. But he can't get points just for saying it in an entertaining way. It doesn't count.
Fair enough.
If
fair
it's in the
enough.
opening statement, sure, but like not just in the announcement of the title.
All right. Well, what happens if he just sings the song for his
The whole
opening?
time.
I mean, that's his choice. So,
All right.
but he can't say the title like that though.
Okay. So we have Afro Circus versus King Harold's death. All right, Vitaly, now go. Opening statement.
Okay, so the reason I picked this part is because that it should be a really emotional scene because it's Fiona's father, who from the second movie, who didn't like that her daughter fell in love with an ogre, and by the end of the film, came to accept Shrek as who's Fiona is choosing to live her life with. And the problem with this scene is that they keep thinking, oh, he's dead, but then he's actually just he wakes up again. Then they have him die again. Where you think he's dead, and he wakes up again. Until when he does finally die, it doesn't really have that same emotional impact that it should because they kept making a joke out of it. So it shouldn't hit the way it should be. And also, and what makes it also worse was when we get Harold's actual funeral, they play the song "Live and Let Die." And even when I first saw it, when I didn't even know it was a James Bond song, I always thought it was very weird and off because like it didn't really fit. It didn't seem like a really good song for a funeral. It didn't give that emotional weight that it should have. Nothing about the song just really fit it being a funeral. And even then, they only just used the first few seconds of "Live and Let Die," and then it just stopped. And it's like it just doesn't, like with this character that we've grew to love in the second film, and then he dies, it doesn't have that weight, and that's what made it just very cringy for me. And also part of why the Shrek the Third, when I first watched it, I was like, oh, this is not going to be as good as the first and second film. Okay.
All right. Pergron.
I lived Circus Afro. I was alive for this in middle school, and this was cringy then. It is cringy now. This was on all of the marketing. This was like clipped by like YouTube poop for years after this. This doesn't just like be cringe in the moment. This transcends cringe. And the fact that they so oversaturated it to the point that you couldn't walk through the schoolyard without hearing kids going da 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 da, da, and just over and over and over and over. And it was the Minions. I don't know if it was before the Minions, but it was before they got really annoying, right? This is the level of annoying cringe that this is.
Okay. All right, boys,
Okay,
fight it out.
can I go?
Battle of the Cringe.
Okay,
Go.
so Afro Circus. I have heard some people find it cringe, but I'll be honest, it never really bothered me that much. Like, I just looked at it and I was like, oh, it's not as different as like some of the other songs you get in the Madagascar movies. Like, nothing about it was like, ooh, even for Madagascar, this is annoying. So like, I never found like Afro Circus that I never found it that cringe. It just felt like, well, this just fits the Madagascar movies. That's just my issue with it.
King Harold's death fit Shrek so ridiculously well that the fact that you picked it is like kind of hilarious to me, because that's the least cringe part about Shrek the Third. Like the fact that he dies and then wakes up and dies and wakes up and dies and wakes up as a subversion of that trope where somebody gets in their last words and then they die dramatically. He is now reviving because he has more last words to say. And that's like objectively really, really funny. And the fact that it is topped off by Live and Let Die of all songs too, like, I get, no, it doesn't fit the funeral scene, but that's why it's funny. Like, they're able to use this trope, this very common trope where the parent is like, they're injured and they're dying. Usually it's at the end of the movie. This one happens to be at the beginning. But they're able to do it in a really funny and effective way, where Circus Afro is just annoying for the sake of being annoying, and they shove it everywhere. They shoved it in the marketing and they made it this really popular thing that people were posting on like Facebook, because that's the only social media that was really big then, and YouTube and stuff that was just ridiculous, and it just kept showing up. And kids didn't find it annoying because it was made for them. But if you were older than like 3 years old and you heard people going around singing circus afro, polka dot, afro over and over and over, it made you want to just tear your rainbow colored hair out. It's the worst moment in Madagascar, like in the entire trilogy, because it comes out of nowhere. It's there for a bit, for like a second, and then it just goes away. Like, it was clearly put in there just to be this viral moment where at least, yes, King Harold keeps waking up, but that's like the bit that they're doing. They're like, oh, they are playing off this trope and they're being subversive about it. And does it work 100%? Maybe not, but like, it's not that cringy. It's just kind of like, oh, this is what Shrek does, and maybe it's just not as good as the other Shrek movies.
Well, that's part of the problem. Like, Shrek the Third is not as good as the other movies. Like, yeah, the Shrek movies do often play with tropes, but the way it does it there, it's not really funny. Because all it is just him coughing, then he dies, and you think, oh, he's dead. Oh, no, he's awake. Then he's coughing again, and then, oh, this time he dies. And it's like, well, it's hard to really feel like sadness, because it is really sad, like, with Harold dying, and it's you can't feel that because they keep making it a joke again and again, and it's not really as funny as you think it is. And then with Live and Let Die, it just feels like, oh, it has died, so therefore we should pick it. And even then, they don't use the whole song; they just use the opening seconds. Like, they know if we continued using this song, it would make even less sense. Whereas if, like Afro Circus, it is just a brief thing, and you just seem to be well. The way you're saying it is about to kids it's not annoying, but to adults. But I mean, they could be. It's I could see it just being annoying because sometimes it keep getting said over and over again. Like even like with Frozen, like I've known adults who've said that this song is annoying, not because necessarily the song's bad, just more they keep hearing it over and over again.
There's
But
a
that doesn't
difference
hearing it
between-
over and over again doesn't necessarily make it bad. It just means that it does,
No,
that
it
doesn't mean
doesn't
the
make it
song is
bad.
bad. It just,
What makes it bad is it's bad. What makes it bad is it's really cringy and it's just put in there for the virality of it. Did Let It Go have its moment and be really annoying for a while because people overplayed it? Yes, but like Let It Go is objectively a pretty good song, and the reason it became annoying is because of how overplayed it was. This was not annoying because it was overplayed. It was overplayed because it was annoying. And it was just a very cringy moment. It comes out just for the virality. And I find anything that's done for the viralness of it is just kind of inherently cringe, where your pick is just a bit that maybe didn't work as well as it could have, but like I don't find it particularly cringe. Like if I'm thinking cringe, I'm thinking something that makes me want to rip my hair out cringe, where maybe it's not the funniest thing in a Shrek movie, but it's kind of hard to beat when you have Shrek 1 and 2, which are really funny movies. This isn't cringe, it's just kind of like disappointing, I guess would be the way I would describe it. But even then, it's a bit that I fully expect from a Shrek movie.
and how is Afro Circuit?
Done. All right. Tiki, what's your ruling?
Oh man, yeah, I think that Mutale, I think you had some good points. Specifically, I do very much. I lean way more with you than with Pergron on the live and let die thing. I think that was by far like the most annoying part of that whole sequence. That being said, I honestly think Pergron killed it this round. The humor, the delivery, the legitimately good points. I got to give it to Pergron.
Okay. Jacob.
It's like, I will give my point to Pergron, but I'm going to say, like, the whole thing about it being cringe kind of loses its luster when the movie itself points out how cringe it is, and it's more like, and the argument was more about the movie itself versus how it is in the real world. So that's...
I will say, I did think Mutale had a really strong point right at the beginning that it was kind of just the Madagascar phrase. Like, I think if Mutale would have leaned more on, like, you know, like, what about I like to move it? Like, that is basically the prototype
Well,
of...
I was gonna say, like, I was actually
You
gonna
had
go
your
there
time,
saying how is
Mutale.
it cringe.
You
but-
had your chance.
Yeah, I honestly
But
think
okay,
Mutale,
all right, that's
that
fine.
probably, if you would have
Okay.
leaned into the move it thing, I think that would have been a good argument that it is just kind of the nature of the franchise. Because honestly, Pergron, the first movie came out, I want to say our age
2005.
difference is... Yeah, so I want to say our age difference is I was probably around your age when the third movie came out, when the first movie came out for me.
Mm-hmm.
So believe me, the move it thing was just as annoying.
Oh, sure. But nobody made that argument, so you can't use it.
Right.
But remember that it was more within the movie, not necessarily the real world reaction to it.
Sure.
But either way, my point still goes to Pergron because he had a stronger argument.
Okay.
All right. Also, my vote was for Pergron, so it's clean sweep. So, anyway, Pergron gets the point.
Woohoo!
So that's it's 2 Mutale, 1 Pergron. Let's see. I'm going to check my pocket for the coin, and moth's flying out. Nothing. Okay. So.
And now onto the actual coin.
Wait, it wasn't a moth. It was Barry B. Benson.
That's not funny.
Sorry. Everyone's favorite DreamWorks character.
You like jazz?
All right, I'm gone. Okay, Little Blue says, let's see an ants attraction called It's Tough to Be an Ant. Oh dear. It would just be Woody Allen just riffing on theme park attractions the whole time. You know, why do they hand out those 3D glasses? It's so unsanitary. Anyways, Kogia says, "Let It Go, the greatest Disney song of all time." I will say Let It Go was kind of like in the theaters. I did think like, before any of the hype came out for it, I was like, yeah, this is like instant classic. This is going to be super popular. And it was.
Yep.
Kogia says, imagine if Oscar from Shark Tale slapped Martin. Keep your Afro circus out your mouth. Oh, that's good, Kogias. That's good.
That's one way
Okay,
to
well, that's a word for it, but not the right one.
Speaking of which, Jacob.
Hold on, really quick with Kogias. He says, have you seen Home? That film is packed to the brim with cringy moments. Kogias, I honestly think that might be the problem with picking something like Home or Turbo or Boss Baby, is that the whole thing is just inherently cringe.
My pick was actually
I saw Boss Baby. It is cringe. I finally saw it.
And Turbo was better than his. Okay.
You know what? Yeah, I haven't actually seen Turbo, but I heard it's like
Turbo.
all right. It's not a terrible movie, but I heard it's all right.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It's
Feels like
kinda
Ryan Reynolds'
worse
audition
Cars.
for The Flash.
there you go. There you go. Okay.
Right.
Hey guys.
So, Jacob, yes, the word.
Wi-Fi.
And nobody said the word.
Okay. Mutale, is your Wi-Fi? Did you say something about your Wi-Fi?
Yeah, my Wi-Fi is still acting up. I think I may have to go. I'm so sorry.
Okay, no, it's fine, Mutale. I want to say you did do a great job this time around. I got to tell you, I think it was a big improvement over your first appearance.
Thanks.
So, yeah, I can't wait to see you again on this show.
So are you leaving right now? I guess that's a yes.
Yeah, that would be a yes, Jacob.
Okay, well, I will pick up for him on the speed round stuff.
Okay.
By the way, I'm pretty sure Laser Dude just either left or he's just being really rude right now. But he's
Oh. Dragon, you know Laser Dude's situation, my friend.
No. Look. Okay, if he's gonna turn me down, he'll turn me down. I'm a big boy. I can accept that. But he's not gonna respond at all. But apparently, wanted to be on for it. It's just that.
I really don't like that you're airing this out publicly, Dragon. Anyways,
I do, Dragon. I'm in your corner.
I say he would have
What
loved
the
to have
fuck,
been on
Laser
for
Dude?
this.
What the hell, Laser Dude?
I wanted him on for this. I would have loved for him to be on for this.
all right.
I know he loves
guys.
DreamWorks. It would have been a great show.
Oh God.
All right, let's move
Oh
on.
man. Okay. Little Blue says Boss Baby and Trolls are the only other DreamWorks animated franchises I do not care for. Yeah.
Who's ready?
Juxtaposition says I still haven't seen Frozen and I know the words to Let It Go. People love that song. Indeed. Okay,
All right.
yeah, move on. Let's go to the speed round. I'm actually excited to play a speed round. I'm not going to lie.
Hey,
What?
the coin.
Oh, you're right. We got the coin. Okay.
Okay.
Take it all away from me tonight, aren't you?
I'm sorry.
Okay. So since Pergron won the last round, we'll offer it up to him first.
You know what? Let's make this even more chaotic, and I'll flip it.
All right.
Ooh.
Hey.
So Peregrine's got 2 on the board.
We did it.
All right, fake Mutale. Do you want to flip it?
Wait.
This is the Katzenberg coin.
No, I
The
know, but
optional
hold on. I thought Pergron had 2 points.
No, he had
Mutale.
Oh wait, okay, no, yeah, because I fought from Mutale. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Okay, so I have 2 points. He has 2 points. Yeah, let's. I'll keep it as is. We'll go 2-2 into the speed round.
Should I change the banner to say Tiki?
I don't know.
And I'll
Have it say
Fake
fake
banner to
Mutale.
say fake Mutale.
There you go, fake Mutale.
It's
It's like
Can
fake
you
Harley from that episode of Batman. He's
Can
fake
you
Mutale.
specify? Can you specify I'm real Pergron though?
Okay.
No. Don't give in to his whims. He doesn't get to pick that. Oh, great.
My whims have been given to.
Alright, Pergron's whims are dumb.
Okay, fine. Here we go.
There we go. That's
All right, we
better.
got LEB in the comments. LEB, you're just in time for the speed round, and
Oh,
I
bravo.
took over play because it's been a chaotic game. But anyways,
Nobody's been pulled over by the cops today, so we're good.
true.
Well, we lost the debater. That's not the victory. We're stuck with Tiki. We lost the debater, and Lace's not answering my calls.
Speed round, please. Speed round. Speed
I'll
round.
go get in my car. Like we can make this worse.
Once you're speeding in the traffic as we do the debate, let's just see how it goes. All right. So, yes, we're entering the speed round. Now, a reminder how the speed round goes. It's 30 seconds followed by a 15-second rebuttal. And audience, yes, you, audience, I'm looking to the right. You guys, we need your help. We need you to throw some DreamWorks-related questions that you will judge. It'll be really cool. Just help us out, okay?
Yeah, please help me. Help me, please.
Well, it's more like help us collectively, Pergron. But
No, help me.
okay.
Help me, please. They're holding me against my will.
Oh God.
Ignore his sad, pathetic please.
They won't even tell you that I'm the real one.
This just turned into pop quiz hot shots.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Pop his
Give
hot
us-
shots. We have a bag on his head.
Give us
Maybe
the Muppets question, Dragon.
You know, just for that, we're not going to open with the mic.
Oh,
I love it. I love it.
All right, moving on to the speed round. All right, so let's keep an eye if we have any good questions here. We want to use. Okay, we have one. Should we open with that, Tiki?
I've got my eyes on the clock, guys. So
if you're talking, Dragon, are you talking about LEB's most recent question?
Yeah.
All right, let's go with that.
okay.
Okay.
You're gonna have to read it to me, though.
I know. All right, the
Okay.
question submission. What is the best song used in the Shrek franchise?
Oh.
Hallelujah.
Okay. Oh man, I am going to go with "Accidentally in Love" from Shrek 2.
Okay.
All right. One licensed and one original.
All right. We'll let you be the judge, which is which.
I didn't even know "Accidentally in Love" was an original song.
Yeah, but I believe it was written specifically for Shrek 2.
All right. Anyway.
I hope that still counts.
It does. I mean,
Yeah. It counts. It says song. It just says best song. It doesn't
Okay,
say-
cool. All right.
Oh, I go first. All right. Yeah. I mean, what is Shrek if not music, right? The Shrek music is great, and Hallelujah is the best example of how well they can use this music. This is an emotional scene that also has to be slightly comedic, and Hallelujah is a very sad song, but it's almost too melodramatic to be taken seriously. And so I think it blends with the Shrek formula really well because it is very sad, but it's also very melodramatic and funny.
That is a really good description of that song. Like really sad, but too melodramatic to be taken seriously.
I guess it
All right.
honestly it depends on who's singing it.
So the obvious answer for this would have been All Star, but I think "Accidentally in Love" takes the basic concept of what All Star did for the needle drop and elevated it. I truly think that the montages, the amount of sight gags, the way that the lyrics fit in tandem with Shrek and Fiona's relationship, it's a sweet song. It fits the vibe of the rest of the Shrek soundtrack so well. It gives you that early 2000s pop punk aesthetic. Pop book.
Accidentally in Love is a fine song, but it doesn't. It's like kind of just a montage song, and Hallelujah really encapsulates the feel of the moment that it's going for. It's not just like, oh, opening montage song. This is what Shrek is singing in his soul in this moment.
I mean, honestly, yeah, it's good for the emotional moment, but when I think of Shrek, I think like high energy. So like I don't even think I think that would be towards my bottom of Shrek 1 songs. I think stuff like Art All Star and Bad Reputation, those are much more memorable to me as far as needle drops than Hallelujah.
All right, LEB. Their fate's in your hands. Who you voting for?
We both picked the wrong answer, by the way. It's Holding Out for a Hero. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Oh man! Oh fuck! How did neither? You know what? I was thinking too hard about avoiding All Stars as the obvious answer, but yeah. Oh god.
Yeah, I literally, as you were talking, I'm like C minor. I should have put it in C minor.
All right, we have a vote.
Okay, and we have our. I won. Thank you.
Well,
LED.
fake Pergron won.
You mean Mutale?
Fake Mutale.
Sorry. No, you're right.
Well, since we've established I'm the real Pergron, then he is the fake one by definition.
Fair point.
I guess it all worked out.
All right, we have our very good friend Claude Karinga in the comments. Great to see you, buddy. Awesome to see you. Should we go with his question?
Which one?
Oh, I didn't realize he did more than one.
Yep.
Sorry.
All right, look, we have a question that's similar to one of the ones that Claudia suggested there. Let's What do you think, Jake? Should we the second one's a little similar to one that we got. Do you want to just go with that one, or?
Sounds good.
Did the word come up?
Good question, Jacob.
Nobody said the words.
What about the coin?
Well, I'm about to get to that.
Oh, God.
Yes. All right. Yes. Found the coin. All right. The almighty DreamWorks dollar, which no is not a piece of paper. It's a silver and/or gold dollar coin. All right, Tiki, you won, so it's your coin. Do you want to flip it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
All right.
There we go.
Well, considering it's no 4, we have to do the Muppet question.
Yeah, now we have to, yeah. All right.
Which means
it's time for the
wheel
of
DreamWorks.
DreamWorks.
We really need to work on our synchronization.
Yes, we do. Anyway, spin the wheel, win a DreamWorks movie.
Oh, yeah.
There is one that I'm really, really hoping for right now.
Is it
movie? Well, you need to. Well, hopefully it works with the question.
Whitewash Mutale.
It doesn't matter. Whatever the question is. Muppet
yes,
this movie.
Dragon.
All right. Do you, well, again, since you won the previous round, do you want to spin first or second?
I'll go second.
Okay.
All right. So this one is for Pergron.
Pergron, the pear guinea pig.
Hey.
B-movie.
Is this the one you wanted, Pergron?
It wasn't, but it'll do.
All right. I'll hide that one.
That'll do, Pergron.
And now, Tiki. Megamind.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Now, I will warn you, this question is kind of crazy.
Oh, God. Okay.
All right. Which DreamWorks movie do you force Larry David and Elmo to watch together?
Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
Dragon, just for prosperity's sake, can you please just give the elevator pitch of the Larry David Elmo situation for anyone
Okay,
not
for
aware of
any
it?
who are not familiar, Larry David went. It was Good Morning America, right? He went on. It was either that or Today
I
Show.
think so.
Larry David went on either Good Morning America or the Today Show, whichever one has Al Roker.
I think Roker might have the Today Show, but he might have moved to Good Morning America. I don't know.
The fact is, Larry David was on a morning show, and also so was Elmo and his dad. And they were talking about like online culture and stuff, and Larry David just had no patience for this, and just like hearing his voice just ticked him off so much. Larry David walked on over before they cut to his interview, and basically you grabbed Elmo's face, basically in kind of a strangle, like he just wanted to strangle the life out of this happy-go-lucky Muppet. And it was a big thing. People got freaked out about it. So it's just it's a very Curb Your Enthusiasm moment. It's Larry David unapologetically, attacking Elmo on national television. So so basically, it's like, what if those two, after their little tussle, were forced to like contractually or otherwise, they were forced to sit down together and watch a DreamWorks film, and these are the ones that have been selected.
All right, Pergron.
I genuinely don't know where to fucking go with this. I've not seen this clip, so I'm gonna have to look it up.
Well, even if you haven't seen it, it's Larry David. You know Larry David, right?
I know he's in Curb. I've never seen Curb,
Oh dear.
so I don't know his
Also
thing,
also created and co-created Seinfeld.
Dragon,
Okay.
can we maybe get another question? I don't know. This is a little niche, dude.
You know what? This really hurts my feelings that you don't want to.
I'll do it if it's not
You know
worth
what?
a point.
Okay, let's do it. Do you want to do the other Muppet question, Dragon?
Let's just do the backup, just because. Let's just do the backup.
All right.
Get rid of the
I'll
wheel.
argue
Just,
it, but-
the wheel's gone. Just
Since Dragon's in pain right now, I'll say the next question.
Wait. Hold on. I can get the wheel back potentially.
no. We don't need the wheel now because the wheel is
Okay.
used especially for this.
All right. So while Dragon continues, I'll say the question, the backup Muppet question.
Okay.
Which Muppet should have taken Jeffrey Katzenberg's job?
Okay. So we're naming the Muppet. Okay.
Now, yes.
His job at the
At DreamWorks or Disney?
DreamWorks.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yep.
You know what? I'm gonna go with fucking Sweetums.
Okay. Sweetums.
Link Hogthrob.
This ought to be good.
All right.
Yes, real quick, I just want a clarification for posterity's sake here. Pergron, remind me, did you have the phobia of Link Hogthrob?
I'm terrified of the guy.
I want to make sure I wasn't thinking of someone else. Like, yeah,
No,
that
that's
was
me.
you.
I've picked him every Muppets question.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
my
He's
God.
never-
All right. I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to track the continuity there. That yep, folks, that's right. Pergron is indeed afraid of Link Hogthrob.
Someone should make a supercut of it.
Okay, anyway, go on. I apologize in advance, everyone. The debate is just going completely off the rails, and just it's the price of admission, I'm afraid. So
It makes it more memorable, though.
Yep.
All right. Honestly, when I think of who I would want as a boss, as far as fictional characters, it doesn't really matter if it's a Muppet or a guy or a creature. Sweetums is towards the top of the list, my friend. Sweetums is such a naturally caring, nice, good-natured human being, and I just think that he would run that company with just such a warmth and love in his heart, and everyone would love working for him.
Now, at DreamWorks, this is a company that is made specifically to spite the mouse, right? Like that's what they're for. So who do you put in charge more than to spite somebody? The failed actor whose entire job it is to make like funny things that aren't very good. Now, DreamWorks could absolutely utilize that to their power and just take Link Hogthrob's ridiculous sense of why did my timer stop? These ridiculous things and make it into a really exciting thing.
I say we give Tiggy like a couple extra seconds.
All right.
Yeah, I don't like my thing paused on the screen there. I was so confused.
Okay, so how many? 3?
Sure.
Yeah.
8. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't really know what else to add.
You have 18 seconds.
Oh wait, you mean
finish them
okay?
out.
So I'm sorry. You mean just 3 seconds added on to the?
Yeah, 18 seconds, Tiki. It's not that hard.
I'm so dumb. Okay.
Yes. Where are they going?
Yeah. All right. Let's go.
I don't know, man. I just think that Sweetums is just a nice guy. I mean, to be honest with you, that's kind of the root of my argument here. So I really don't feel like I'm defending it that well. But I don't know. I'm getting kind of lost in this. I'm sorry.
Link Hogthrop's failed movie career could get a brand new life where Sweetums is just going to bring in his nicey nice, and DreamWorks has never been nicey nice. DreamWorks is meanie mean, and you need meanie meanies to be DreamWorks. And Link Hogthrob, he's already in the business.
Oh man.
All right, Jacob. I'm gonna let you call this one.
Oh God.
You got 2 real winning arguments there.
Yeah. And the Sunshine Boys here.
Pergron.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. All right. It's Pergron 3, Fake Mutale 4.
I'm starting to like Link Hogthrob. This is his redemption arc.
All right, let's we should probably go with an audience question since we have some, right?
All right. Which one do you want to
I actually really like this question from Claude, the last one he posted.
That's what I'm saying. The last one we posted is kind of like the one we have. So do you want us to go with the one we have? But like,
No, he posted a more
Claude?
recent one than that.
Yeah, where are you seeing that? I'm just seeing.
Are you talking about this one?
Oh, that. Oh, wait, no, it's not the.
No, I'm talking about
what Disney movie
this
could
one.
you see becoming a DreamWorks movie?
Yes.
How do you even interpret that?
I have no idea.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even know what the heck he's asking with that one.
I mean, I think what he's asking is what Disney movie feels the most like a DreamWorks movie.
Well, if that's what he means, I mean, yeah, we can. I mean, all right.
Okay. With that in mind,
Chicken Little.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should go with that one because that's kind of like the only.
Well, it's too late now. You went out of your way to pick it, so now we're stuck with it.
Oh man.
Wanted to go with the other one.
Ralph 2, Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Okay.
Chicken Little is already just a shitty DreamWorks movie. It is the perfect embodiment of the cynicism that makes DreamWorks, but put through a brand that shouldn't be like that. It's got pop culture references with the Spice Girls. It's got this ridiculous premise. It's got poking fun at fairy tales. Chicken Little is Disney's answer to Shrek. That feels like DreamWorks' answer to Shrek as well. It absolutely fits in the universe.
I truly think that Ralph Breaks the Internet is one of the worst films in the Disney canon, and honestly, to say that it's like a bad DreamWorks movie is kind of an insult to bad DreamWorks movies. Ralph Breaks the Internet is just character assassination on a whole other level, and not to mention, it's just swimming with pop culture references. It's pop culture references, it's dated humor, it's genuinely mean-spirited characters. It's all of the DreamWorks bad energy.
The fact that it's worse than DreamWorks' worst is why it can't be DreamWorks. Ralph Breaks the Internet is the answer to the Emoji Movie. This is a Sony Animated Pictures when they're not doing Spider-Verse. That's what Ralph Breaks the Internet is. Even calling it DreamWorks is an insult to DreamWorks.
Okay. I just think Chicken Little is kind of the generic answer here. I mean, it's the thing about Chicken Little is that in the 2000s, everyone was doing the fairy tale thing. Everyone was ripping off Shrek. So I feel like Chicken Little is more of a Shrek thing and less of a universal homogenized DreamWorks thing. All right, Claude, I'm actually not entirely sure if you're still in the comments. Hopefully. Let's go through some of the other comments though. Kogia says Chicken Little wasn't that bad. You know what, Chicken Little, it is in my bottom 10 animated Walt Disney Animation Studios movies, but it's not at the bottom. I do think there are a couple redeeming elements to it. Not many, but I don't know. It does have Don Knotts. I mean, I will give it that.
Butt Plug is the worst Disney character ever.
I mean, I won't argue with that either. Chicken Little isn't the worst Disney movie, I'll give you that. We have Aquatad saying, I'd put up a fight for Meet the Robinsons, but then I remember, keep moving forward, I almost feel like is kind of like, I've gotten a little cynical to the keep moving forward thing over the years, because I almost feel like Disney like intentionally put it in there like, haha, we'll put that in the movie and then they can't criticize it. I don't know. Meet the Robinsons doesn't hold up for me as well as I hoped it would when I rewatched it.
And again, reminder, Chloe, we need you to rule on who made the better argument.
Ralph Breaks the Internet has Anna and Elsa, so it deserves some respect for that. That whole princess thing, I mean, yeah, it has good characters, but it's kind of one of the characters. So, yeah. Chicken Little is a really bad DreamWorks movie. Meet the Robinsons is a really good DreamWorks movie. Chicken Little is a really bad DreamWorks movie. Okay, Claude says Chicken Little. Okay.
Okay, so that
ties it up.
Yes, it does. What a coinky dink. All right, let's see. Let me try to see if we have a big one we should really get to here.
Yeah, in your guys' list, yeah.
Yeah, okay, there's a lot of good ones here. Okay, Jacob, do you want to go with the do you want to go with the Prince of Egypt question or the How to Train Your Dragon remake inspired question?
Have you guys both seen Prince of Egypt?
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you, it's been a while. I mean, I definitely have seen it, but I'm not super fresh on it. I think we should do the other one just for the sake of, like, it's more topical.
Well, there goes our Easter tie-in, but all right. Okay. So, in light of the new How to Train Your Dragon remake, which DreamWorks movie should get a live-action remake next?
The Road to El Dorado.
Okay.
Prince of Egypt.
All right.
All right.
So yeah, like I said, Road to El Dorado is clearly just very nostalgic, and it's also one of those things where I feel like a remake could really iron out some of the kinks in it. Pergron, you already pointed out how some of it is a little bit on the culturally insensitive side. I would definitely have it focused more on like adventure and exploration and less so on like the shaman and stereotypical villain angle. But Miguel and Tulio, if you cast those roles right, it would be iconic.
We live in a world where The Prince of Egypt is already considered one of the greatest animated films of all time. And the fact that it hasn't been adapted yet into live action is almost a crime. Not only is it an ancient story that people from no matter what your religion is, we all know the story. It also has some of the most banging music ever. And having Moses singing the songs, seeing these epic chariot battles, it would be like a biblical epic from like the 50s and 60s, but seen today as a musical. That would be amazing.
So the Prince of Egypt did get a Broadway adaptation, and believe it or not, it was a big flop. And I think one of the reasons for that is that animation is one of the key things in that movie. The visuals, the scope of it, you just can't replicate that in live action.
You're exactly right, which is why a big CGI city of gold would absolutely not work. The Prince of Egypt is still a story that people love, and it doesn't work on the stage. That doesn't mean it doesn't work on a movie where you can shoot amongst the pyramids. You know, it's not like an ancient city of gold. That doesn't
All right, Jacob, where were you leaning on this one?
First off, regarding the point of like Prince of Egypt wouldn't work in live action, 10 Commandments is a thing.
Yep. That's true. I had the same thought. Not a musical, though.
Yeah, it's not a musical, but technically that kind of thing can't happen. That was made in the 50s.
Got plenty of Roth in it, but no musical.
So, my point here actually goes to Pergron.
Okay.
So that means Pergron.
Wait. Hold on a second. Question.
Huh?
Question. You just voted for Pergron, right?
Yeah.
Pergron had Prince of Egypt as his answer, so the Ten Commandments thing was in his favor then.
I know, but I'm just saying he had the stronger argument.
Okay, just wanted to verify. Okay, yeah, so Pergron wins.
All right.
It was mainly like his point regarding like regarding El Dorado. That since regarding the live action thing as well.
like right back down. Thank you to my my two opponents for tag teaming me. It just makes me stronger. People's champion. Good night, everybody.
All right.
So congrats.
And congratulations, Pergron.
You know what? This debate, it's been unhinged for sure. But it's been super fun, man. I think this has been super fun, regardless. And I do want to call attention. Like, I do genuinely think that the rounds that Mutale got to play, he showed a big improvement over the first time he came on. And I'm really happy about that. And I do hope that he sorts out his technical issues and can come back. Because I think he had some fight in him tonight. And I'm kind of sad to see what happened. Yeah, I was definitely rusty coming back into it. I was like, oh man, I forgot how tough this could be.
I mean, you did. You did good too, having to step in for Mutale.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So, anything left to say, guys?
I want to thank the lovely folks that tuned in.
Of course, Kogias, LAB, the great enigmatic Claude Coringa, Claude Covers. Let's see. We have Aquatad. We have Juxtaposition. We have let me see. Little Blue, of course. Laser Dude.
Briefly.
Smurfy's Law popped in for a brief cameo. And I think, am I missing anyone, Dragon? I think that's about it.
Oh, I'm going to do the quick, LEB, Aquatad, Claude. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just making sure we didn't miss anyone. Juxtaposition 22. Let's see. Laser Dude, the No Show. And Smurfy's Law. Which I think we mentioned. Yeah, Smurfy's Law and Code Geass. There's right. It. That's everybody. Thanks for showing up, everybody.
Okay. Have a good night, folks.
See ya.
People's champ.